Good morning. Hello, my London friends. How is it going? Well, let's just already be prepared to sit through some accumulation as we have lately been doing during London. We'll suffer together, but at least we're doing it together, right? Hello, Mr. Illiquidity. How are you doing? Good morning to you. I hope all is well. I'm always surprised when I say happy Thursday. I'm like, oh my God, I just can't believe how fast these weeks are going. It's just like time, you just wink your eye and we're almost at the end of the week. And I always am aware because on Thursday I look at the weekly ranges, right, at the percentage. So I always have to be aware, like, oh, I have to put on just, okay, where are we in the weekly range? What has the weekly profile been doing so far? Blah, blah, blah. You guys know the deal. But yeah, I'm just so surprised. Already tomorrow is already Friday. We're at the end of the week, and it just feels like yesterday that I said happy weekend. It's crazy. So I guess um, it is what it is. Yeah. Time is running fast. Yes, it's very. I mean, it's crazy, right? It's just really. It just feels like yesterday that I said I wish all of you a happy weekend. But anyway, it doesn't mean that we have to feel rushed or do anything in a rushed manner. We're just gonna focus on our setups and what we see. Yeah, so let's go over the weekly. So these are the percentages of the weekly candle, right? So the weekly high. We literally have only been going up this week. Let me show you on the daily. Um, so we made the low Friday. Remember Friday we made that low, and then on Monday we've just been. Where are we? Monday. This is Monday's candle, right? Let me just double check if I'm on the right. Yeah, okay. Monday, we never went lower. We formed a low on Friday here, and then we started going back up. So this is Monday. Then we had a large up candle on Tuesday, Wednesday, and here we are. So now the question is, are we going to take out the weekly range again, the high, and go a little bit higher, or is this enough? And are we just going to go lower and maybe consolidate? Is also a possibility, right? Thursday, Friday. That it doesn't want to do anything. It could not go here, not go there. Now, on the weekly, there is a volume imbalance here. I noticed, I think I marked it already. No, I did not. It's a little bit higher. It's here, this one here at 70% right now. If we do get over this 50%, I can see us go back into this range here. But if not, we could go into this wick here. So it looks a little bit bearish to me, but I'm just going to keep an open mind. Just be prepared to change my bias and not be too stuck on one bias because it's been pretty hard. I mean, it's not been easy. I was bullish yesterday on NQ, and it took me a few stop outs before it went higher, but I was already bullish. But it just, oh my God, it took so much time. And eventually it went, but not easy. It's very annoying. It was very annoying. And I didn't feel well. I don't know. I went to bed actually very early. I did put my laptop on and I just thought, I'm so tired. And I still feel a little bit, I've got a pain in my throat a little bit, but not as, I felt very weak at some point yesterday. So I stopped streaming and just watched some TV and watched the market from my bed. And now I'm feeling okay again, but still, something is lurking. I have to be aware. Anyway, that being said, if we go lower, I really, really like the 800 area. So we go back into this area here. Let me see. Where are you? Yeah, here. I really like, so even here, let's say 28,775-ish. But yeah, let's see. It needs to start breaking this area then, and keeping an open. It looks bearish still, but we're still within this area. We have to watch this 15-minute. If we really can go lower, or are we gonna go higher again? Hey Marat, how are you doing? Oh my, here she is again. Gigi, go outside. Hold on, just 1 second. Go outside. Come, go sit. Want to sit outside? Come, come, my love. Gigi, come here. Go here. Kom maar buiten zitten. Kom. Much nicer outside. Come. Gigi, come here. Come. Come, Gigi. Come. Come, 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 come. There you go, my love. Yeah, there you go. Van naar buiten. I'm trying to lure her away from the desk. So he doesn't want to be separated. Okay. I'm gonna do a poll with you guys. Bullish or bearish, generally speaking. So do you guys think we are going to go back up, go to that volume imbalance, or are we just going to go lower? And I would say almost, I would call it almost a market maker model. Going lower here, and then maybe go back up. I don't know. I'm gonna do. Just wondering if just wants one more little tap to the upside. Look at this. Okay, I'm gonna do a poll. I'm taking it easy today. Yeah, I didn't feel well yesterday, and I was like, oh my god, I'm getting sick. I started sweating, and so I just went to bed. I did watch the market from bed, but and watched a movie, or a series, so to speak. But yeah, I'm sort of aware that I'm just not 100%. I don't know what's going on. But I don't feel sick now. So, but then again, sometimes when you have these, it goes in waves. You start getting. Let me see. Are we gonna do London or overall? Yeah, let's keep it just into London right now. London session up to whatever 6-4 up to pre-market. A London session. Bullish, bearish, and I'm gonna add accumulation because we have to we have to add it. We could go back into accumulation, right? Oh, Gigi. Oh my God, here she is again. I didn't see her coming. Oh, you don't want to be separate. I know. I know. I love you too. Yeah, so you're not sick, but you feel like you're not 100%, right? So you have to be aware also that might impact your trading when you're not feeling 100%. Always be aware. Okay, guys, let's have a look now. Okay, accumulation. See if I can find a 15-minute breaker or something. I want to see how we react here. Just want to see what we're doing. I'm gonna mark this. Otherwise this one. Gigi, no, 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 no. No, don't do it again. Okay. There she goes again. Come on, go. Go, 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 go. No. Hey, go. Gigi. No. Come. You're ruining my setup. Come on, go. Go, go, go. Okay. I like you, I do. See, I don't trust this level. I really want to, even though we went through, one would say, yes, this is we inverted this, so we're bearish now. I just need a little bit more data to really have confirmation. Um, crazy, crazy girl. Okay. What time is it? 2:13. Hello. So, you're so funny. You're so funny. Okay, let's see. I want to see something. I like you. I do. So, okay, so why am I not convinced yet? Here's the envelope. We are below today's end dog. So that's sort of bearish. We took out the midnight range. So this is today's end dog, the purple box. We are technically sort of like hanging at the low. So yesterday, 6 o'clock, right? Oh, let me put it on. Why is my end dog not showing? Oh, I switched it off. Okay, I need to put it on. I need to switch it on. Very important. On Monday, I tend not to look at them because on Monday I tend to look more at the end walks because now it doesn't mean the end older endos can give you valid information, but it's just they're just less relevant. From my journaling, I just focus more on the end walks because of the weekly, so it tends to move from end walk to end walk. But okay, so my point is we are below this one here. So we've been going up and down in it. And now we are below it here. You can see it, right? I really want to see displacement away from it. Mm, no, oh, no, no, no. I do not want you on the desk now, Gigi. No. Let me have a look at the Asia. Asia low is here. Where's my Asia high? Oh, this is Asia high, by the way. Oh, for fuck's sake. Jeez. Oh, Gigi, no. You are annoying today. Yeah, I'm just not convinced yet. I'm just not. If I go to Premier in 1 minute chart before going down to take Asia range. I don't know. Let's see. I really want to see displacement away, or I'm sort of. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes back into this. There you go. That's why I'm saying I really want to see. I don't trust it to the downside too much yet. I really need to see more confirmation because it just feels to me like it might just spike back up and go higher again. But one would say it looks very bearish, but I don't know. Let's, yeah, I'm just going to wait for more confirmation. I really want to see this box being broken and see it really wants to break away from here. And meaning we might sit through consolidation again. I mean, I'm getting used to it now. It's starting to be okay. I guess it's the time of the year. I don't know if it's the time of the year, but just being able to sort of like, be prepared a little bit already, makes it a little bit easier, I guess. Yeah, I just don't trust this as, one would, yeah, it broke here. Yeah, it looks bearish. Yes, yes, I get it. I see it. I see what you mean. But one could also argue that it's an area of consolidation. And then it doesn't, it could just go back and forth again. But yeah, it looks bearish. There's no argument about it. But I consider this sort of like a area of, I don't want to call support, I don't want to use the word support and resistance because it's sort of a little bit retail minded, but it just might be a use as discount, as a discount PDRA at the moment. So that's why I'm not trusting it. Let's see. See, it's not breaking this area here. Not yet. Mr. Liquidity. The cat. Yeah, it's strong. I don't know. She's just always battling me on the. Oh, here she is. She's behind my lap. I love you, Poo Poo. Oh, I know what you want, but you issue Poo Poo. Okay, let me look at the bearish 75%, 25% accumulation. Okay. I don't know. I'm still not convinced. I like you. I do. Let me go to my 9 minute. Two 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 222 222 22 822. I like I would like to 28,960 if we go lower. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. I really want to be sure that it's done accumulating in this area before getting in. Oh, my um 220. I'll you I do 223. Pa pa pam 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 pam. Mm, mm, mm. 28,963. Maybe I should start positioning myself a little bit, but I don't think it wants to go higher than here anymore. But I'm just wondering if we're gonna open, just speak a little bit here. 29,963. I really like this level, but when is it time to go? See, I just don't trust this level yet to position myself. You see how people are being induced to go short and then it just goes back up again and just stays in this range, and that's something I want to prevent getting in. This one. I would rather have it go one more leg higher and then take a low or something. So I want to make sure it's done here. The bullshit. $130. Yeah, it's just not convincing enough for me to already take it. It's just still not ready to go yet, I think. But I think the level, I wonder if it really wants to go higher anymore, but I just don't want to be chopped up. See, a lot of people will think because of this displacement, it's ready to go, but it's not, because we are still sort of like, we really need to see displacement in this blue box, so to speak, in the blue marked area, let's say yellow area. I would rather have that, see that, and then get in a little bit later, be sure that it's time to go, because a lot of people will be chopped up in this area now. They were thinking, oh my god, it's going now, it's bearish, it looks so bearish. I'm so fed up with being chopped up in accumulation, so I would rather miss a move and be sure that I don't get caught up, and then save my bullets for easier price action, so to speak. I like you, I do. Do, 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 do. I'm gonna go to the 30 seconds. Let's see what we're doing. Yeah. See, we're going back into the end dog again. It's not ready to go. CMP, so sweep that. Even on the 5 minute, we have that bullish candle without any bottom wick. I have no idea what you're saying. I would like to see the 29.16. If you see on the map, we have that bullish candle without any bottom wick. I have no idea what you mean with bottom wick. Bottom wick. It's just telling me all I can see right now is just we're accumulating and there's not time to move any time. Well, I don't want to say any time, but the thing is, I don't really see a high probability to the move up, but I also don't see it's time to move further down because this box is holding us up for the time being. But I do think it wants to go a little bit higher, but I just can't figure out exactly what the draw is. So I'm sort of like, I just have to wait. I have to wait because it is, if we go higher than this, then I guess it's no more bearishness for the time being. It's a tricky one today. I think LON is going to be a little bit tricky today. We're back into the end dog. Got a body closure. Let's watch. I like it. I do. Inversion. It could be bullish again. I'm not ruling it out. I'm not ruling it out. I prefer the bearishness, but I'm open-minded for now. 114. Man, you are annoying. You are one annoying S of a bee. So sometimes I'm thinking like, okay, what would have I done 1.5 years ago, for example? Like if I try to, so I'm just thinking like, okay, what have I, if I would trade London, would, how many times would I have entered already? Okay, I would have already, let's say 2 years ago, most likely, I would have already felt FOMO here. And I most likely, my excuse would have been, okay, we already hit midnight, we're below midnight, I see displacement. I would market order in here already. I don't want to miss the move. That would be a loss already 2 years ago. Now we have Lens introduced that to us, the term JOMO, right? The joy of missing out. Now I feel JOMO. Like, okay, I'm just going to let this one run and see what happens. Now we tag midnight again. Is that maybe the last time it will do that? And are we going to run lower? Who is feeling FOMO and getting in? Who doesn't want to miss the short? Oh, guys, I have an idea, by the way, I want to share with you. I was thinking about that yesterday evening. I was thinking, like, okay, obviously, because we are traders by ourselves, we have no one to hold ourselves accountable except ourselves, right? And that's a hard thing because whatever we do, nobody, when you work on a trading desk, you always have a manager or someone above you making sure that you're not losing the company's money. So when you begin, they'll don't give you the hard part. They'll let you do the getting the coffee and stuff like that before you can even touch the money. But because we're traders by ourselves, no one holds us ourselves except ourselves, which is the hardest part. So I was thinking to make in the Discord, make a Discord tab, like when you are tilting or something like that, or you've lost an account, just to share. And I'm going to moderate that very strictly in the sense of it's a place where one could share their experience very openly, and it's a place of respect towards each other, but sharing what's happening, and maybe give some support, because I think sometimes it's just also a matter of not having someone to talk to or feel shame. So I'm thinking of opening a tab, and just for I'm tilting or whatever, and not for us to hold you accountable, but just as a place of support. But and then it feels like we hold each other accountable a little bit, or it feels like, okay. So I'm thinking of doing that because we all feel more inclined to share our good trades and stuff like that, but not our. And here on the chat, we've been pretty open about it though. But I think I'm making a place in the Discord where we can, when it happens online, maybe when there's no stream, like, shit, man, I was just, I started revenge trading, just lost one account, feel horrible, blah, 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 things like that. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing that. Because literally, as a trader by yourself, you are your account manager, you're so many managers actually at once, right? And you need to think about a lot of things. It's actually a very responsible thing we are doing, and it's also not easy as well. So, but anyway, yeah, I think it's a nice idea. I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna think about it to make it very, easy to approachable. But it is a place where people are only respectful to each other. There's no judgment. It's not about judgment. It's about supporting. And I think also maybe if you write it down, if you, it will help you also maybe to get some insights. What's happening, because sometimes we just walk over it. If you do something, you just think, "Oh, I don't want to think about it. It's a negative thing. I'm just going to push it away." But maybe if you write it down, and it gives you some insights of, okay, why is it happening actually? What happens in my brain when it happens, right? That's the only thing how you can deal with it. Acknowledge it, what's happening, and then find a way to trick the brain. Because it's all about tricking the brain. I like you, I do. Okay, let's have a look. So this is the 1 hourly candle. A lot of wicks, a lot of wicks. And this is the 4 hour. Yeah, I'm not touching this yet. ES is more convincing bearish to me, but it could easily go back up, make a wick up to here. Mm. You always want to be aware when the 4 hour on ES is bearish and the 4 hour on NQ, even though it's almost a doji, it will, one of the two will. But you always want to be aware that one of the two, they're not aligned. Just want to be careful with that. Now, I prefer the downside, but I could easily see it wake up back into this volume imbalance. I've got an imbalance here as well. Um, we don't need to go here now. I think we are going here, but now or later, I don't know. 240. Stupid rooster. I don't know. It's me, but Lon hasn't been giving good. No, no, Zar Trader, not at all. I mean, like yesterday, I said I feel like I'm cursed every time I go into London. It doesn't matter if I go on at 3 Eastern or 2. I feel like I'm just stuck in consolidation all the time. And it used to frustrate me a little bit because I haven't been able to find good trades at all or in London. Or I just don't feel I have to adjust my trading strategy, go for smaller trades, but which I find a little bit difficult. Then I would rather wait. But I want to be able to trade London, but for me, it's same. I mean, and not just for a few weeks, literally a couple of months already. I really feel like, okay, it's been really hard for me to find a good setup that I really feel comfortable taking. But yeah, I don't know. I'm happy actually to hear that you say it as well. So, and it's okay. Just, you just wait until you see something. You just let something play out and then you take the next trade until it's like more clear. Look, if it would take the low, I wouldn't be, I mean, it's such a small trade. Well, yeah, clean lows, but also clean highs. I'm not so sure. I prefer the short, but I don't know. I find it very treacherous, this area. Because everybody's thinking now it's a short, but look, we took out a low here. We took out this low, and then we just have been making higher highs. But we did the same here, but we still have two higher highs here with the volume imbalance. Um, this is a very strong PDRA holding up, bullish. So I really want to see I would rather have a displacement in it away and then I just get in into a retest or something. I would rather wait for confirmation than get, because everybody, I can see everybody is thinking bearish, bearish, and want to go to the bearish side. But I look how many times it's been going back to midnight. One, how many times? One, two, three, four. It's just for me. This is just nah. And like I said, look at the difference on the 4 hour on NQ ES, bearish, bullish. Now one of them will catch up with one of the other, but you would rather wait till one of the two has done it, and then it's sort of like, it will keep you out of a lot of trouble. When those two are not aligned, it tells you it's. And you miss a trade sometimes. That's okay. But yeah, London has been. Hey, Lance, how are you? Lance, okay. Lance, I passed another Lucid Pro this morning. But Lance, you should stop just passing evals. You should start focusing on fundeds, because just passing them doesn't. You're just stacking evals. It's costing money. You need to start making money. But yeah, happy to hear that you're green. But yeah, you need to start. I was looking forward to telling you're my favorite, and I talk to no one, so it's nice. So Lance, listen, I was thinking about making a. I don't know how long you've been in the chat, but I was thinking about making a in Discord a tab just to share, like if you're not you specifically, but I would like to hear your opinion, like if you're over just only if the tab is only meant for when people feel like, okay, I'm over, this is a trade that I took when I start over trading, or I'm going tilt, and just, because we have no one holding ourselves accountable, and it's a place of support. So see, I don't trust it at all. I'm not touching this bullshit, because it's just going to be very wicky and just, and even though it goes lower, it might spike up very quickly again. I like you, I do. Do, 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 do. So, yeah, it's always trading nickels. It's always a scammer. I saw your message. Sorry, I wanted to reply to it. It's always, that's why I don't send any requests, because that's, straight away it's a scammer. But they keep coming like cockroaches, and I also keep reporting them and stuff like that. So yeah, there you go, guys. For those who wanted to go short, I'm not touching this. I'm just waiting. 246. Boom. It's gonna go higher. I think it's gonna go to the yellow, to this volume imbalance here. Let's see. But yeah, Lance, you've proven to yourself that you can do it. You have a way, but you just need to have a way that you can do it on a continuous, that you have, like, it's rule based, and it's very, you just keep repeat. It's a wash, rinse, repeat, and then you do the same thing on the funded. So Now, let's see. Now it's getting more interesting for me. I was waiting for this move here. Now I want to see if it goes higher or not. Is this what it wants to do and now go lower? Or are we really going to go back up higher again? It's hard to read. It's not an easy read. I think this one is holding. It's 248. Okay, let's go a little bit higher. I really want to see this little imbalance taken out. Now let's see if it's a I don't know. Is this a short? Now am I more interested in a short or I feel we're holding up. I find it really hard to trade this now. I knew it wasn't a short from here, and I'm sort of like wondering if I want to take a short from here. But I'm also thinking now, are we, like I said, is this the PD ray that we're going to use to go back up again? Mm. Now both ES and NQ are bullish. ES is bullish. Oh that is your okay, your Lucid Pro. Ah, gotcha. Oh, I passed another oh, you passed a Lucid Pro. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, activated funded account. There's 40. Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with the consistency rules because it forces you to stop, right? So that's good. If you have your max, I talked about that last week. I think I'm also like the thing when I am really when I'm making good trades, I get overconfident and then I want to make more money. I think it just happens in your brain. But if you have a consistent, you have to stop. So I think it's a good thing for you when you meet your max, but don't use it as a benchmark. Just think, okay, I did well. So I think with Lucid, you don't pay activation code, right? So if you pass it, you can just straight go to, you don't need to pay, right? But yeah, I mean, it's a good thing, consistency rule actually. For me now in I noticed it lately, like, you know what? It's a good thing because I just know I have to stop. I love you. I do, 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 do. 251. I still don't like the short. We have more poll votes than likes. Let me know. It doesn't really matter. Thanks, I appreciate it. Bullish 36, bearish 43, accumulation 21. Yeah. Okay, both are now. I'm just watching the 4 hour. Like, Are we going to distribute lower, or are we going to accumulate? I think I think it's more about. So if I look at the price action right now, I find it hard to believe you're going to distribute to the upside, because look how the structure is. So, but me not being, if I don't like the downside, it only leaves one thing, right? It's either we distribute lower or we accumulate here. Because look, we can make a wick to the upside, but can we really distribute higher in this structure? I don't think so, right? I mean, it doesn't look bullish on the 4-hour. But you can clearly see it doesn't want to go lower either. So it's sort of like now getting me more into, okay, you know what? I think we might accumulate a little bit more in this area. And then the question is, when will it start distributing lower? So that's what I'm asking myself now. Like, how much more accumulation do you want? 40% is fine. 35-40% is perfect, Lance. I mean, I think you're on a 50K account, right? Think about those amounts. You will never make an amount like that on a daily job if you would even reach your full 40% consistency rule. So 35-40% is fine, because I find that perfectly workable for me. Yeah, I'm still not. I still don't want to touch this short now. I know we're in the macro. We're in the 250 macro. We took out a high again. Oh, did we take out that little imbalance? We actually did. Let me mark this. Just want to be sure that we did. It's the open 11925. Okay, we tapped into it. Okay, that's enough. Man, I hate this price action. 11925. Is it ready to go? I think so. I might paper trade it. I'm not putting my money on the line with this price action, but I think it could run 127 961. No, it's just 40. Yeah, I'm not interested in this. It's just, I can see it go up to here, but I'm just not interested in such a small trade with price action like this. If it goes lower, I can see it go all the way here, but then my question is, what is it going to do? Does it really want to go lower from here? We're in a wick, so a wick is just a bunch of imbalances needing to be balanced out. I'm still not confident or comfortable trading this. It's a very low probability area. You can see it's just going back and forth. Man, we're so cursed. Hey, Mr. Chaos, how are you doing? How is it going? Uh, 257. London is going to open. I'll paper trade a 9. I like this level. It's almost the midpoint of this box, but I don't expect, I don't expect distribution. like how I want to see it. I could be wrong, but I just want to have pure distribution. But AMD, we took this high, but left equals. Yeah, it's so nasty. It's so nasty. It just gets nastier every day, it seems, right? Took out the lows. It's almost seek and destroy, guys. We create liquidity, we take out liquidity. We create liquidity, we take out liquidity. It's almost seek and destroy. Let's see if it wants to go back up again. And then go into the range, then take out this, then go here. Because we left equal highs here, you see that? Very low probability. London is going to open. I can see it spike down to 960s and then maybe spike back up again. I don't know. I don't think there's going to be a lot of distribution. Just could be totally wrong, but let's see if it can get to 29, 960. Yeah, that's very soon. It's a very small range. 960, 29,000. Oh, hold on. 960 is here. It's lower. That's my bad. I think actually it is a nice trade up to here. 9,000, 29,000. Yeah, I think London will open and go lower to 29,000. Let's see if it can go there. It's not a small trade. What are you talking about? 29.30. Yeah, here we go. Let's see, it goes here. My bad. The mistake that I made, I said 29.60, but it was 29.960. And I thought that's a small trade, but it's not. I can see it go all the way to 29.960. Let's see, Asia low. I also use TPT and have a bunch of dormant accounts. I want to have an eval running, so not all pressure riding on funded accounts. Yeah, but you only have funded accounts running all the time. You should, you should. Okay, so if you have low probability, you want to trade an eval, or when you are done with your funded. But you try to trade your funded accounts, but when it's low probability, then only you go back to your evals. But you should actually try to also trade your funded. But you start your day either with paper trading or evals, so don't take too much risk. And then, when it's a low probability day or NFP week, you just try to stay off your fundeds, right? You need to but obviously you want to try to make some money. But yeah, it's always good to have evals or paper trade. Not always trade your funded. Be very picky on your funded trades. Hold on, I need to find my phone. Where's my phone? So I made a error in my, because I said 29.30. What did I say? And I said, oh, it's such a small trade, but it's not. 29,000, and here we are at 29.30. And I said I like 29.60, but it's 9.60. But I looked at the box and it was 29,060, but it's still 100 points lower. So otherwise I would have positioned myself, but I didn't. That's my bad. So 29. I thought this was the range, but I'm actually interested in 29.60. So here I can see us go here, but I thought that was here. So that was a very small range from here to enter. But let's see. We still have time. Let's see what shenanigans it wants to do, because I still don't really trust the price action, but I can still see it. Now we've got displacement. Let's see what it does. It's 100 points from here. 29.60. I think I want to start positioning myself. I'm just paper trading for now. I already made a mistake by not seeing this correctly. This is going to be my 29.60. That's it. It is so small. 9.60. Here I go again. I make the same mistake. 9.60. See, I'm not, for some reason, because I know I'm not, I wasn't well yesterday. You know, you make these little mistakes. I make a calculation mistake. I like this level here. Now, I always go for very, very small stop losses, but I'm going to give myself a little bit more room. Above the blue box. Good enough for me. Still more than 2R. We had displacement. See, I thought that 9.60 was, I was just, it's such a small trade, but I do really think we can go here now. You sometimes need to really, maybe I'll 29. I'm gonna 29,000 because it's gonna take too much time. I think I'll bring it up to here for now. Still a good trade. Yeah. See, yeah, and it doesn't matter, right? If you have one, like I said, I want displacement in the box. That gives me more confidence in the trade. Like it really needs to show me that it's ready to move. And it's done with that stupid shenanigans. So when we get out of this blue box, I'm gonna change my TP to this. So let's see, it's ready to run, ready to rock and roll. And there we go. Okay, let's see how we are. It needs to go out of the box. Most likely we will have to sit through some accumulation again. What time is it? 7 past, yeah. It's okay. I want to see body closure. No spiking back up, please. Most likely you would do that. Yeah, I'm leaving my stop here. I'm just gonna give it some room because we might just futz around a little bit. Not changing it yet. Especially when we hit Asia, we could get a reaction, right? Oh, nice, 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 nice. Nice. 27. Maybe I should lower to 964. 964. And there's a previous low below that 950. Yeah, if I would be in it, I would have a runner. I would take my position off here and then take the rest to 964. That would be my position. This is my run. Take everything off, most of it, and one. I'll take it off to here. Okay, I can move it now. Boom. Boom. Okay. Yeah, I would have a runner to 955-ish here. Pam 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 pam. Bring it lower, 960. 960. I like this level. So there's a previous day low down there, but it might not take that straight away and just sort of like bounce back up from there. So I would not wait for that previous day low to be taken. I would just take it off. So one could argue, yeah, this would have been a better entry, right? But it did take out highs, but you just want to. For me, it's also like just being sure. Like I just don't want to be stuck into consolidation anymore and have be chopped up and losing trades. So I would rather give away some of my profits in these scenarios. Not always. I try to have better. My trades are normally much larger, but in this scenario, I would rather wait. I waited for displacement, in this box that gives me, okay, we're done here now, right? And then it has a retracement. This is literally your silver bullet on the London. You enter and you have an easy, no stress trade. And it's just low. And here is like, okay, are we really done? Yeah, we don't have to wait until the next macro. We're just done. We're running. It's okay. And take one off, most of the position off. Pay the trader, one runner, 960. I'm done. I'm not waiting for that previous day low here. So now most of the times I try to get the most out of a run, but lately, as Zartrade also mentioned, it's sort of like, you just want to be, you want to have the low resistance liquidity runs. You go for the easy runs, but sometimes you give up a little bit of the profit just to be sure. And also, if you're not feeling 100%, you just wait a little bit longer. There's nothing wrong with that. It just depends. So my initial, I'll put it here, right? Still 4R trade. You take most of the position off, that's 4R and a runner up to 960, I said. That will be 100 points. So no stress. You already have your double confirmation. Like I said, I want displacement in the box, and that's where you boom into it, and it runs within a macro as well. So everything lines up, right? Your timing lines up. You sit through this, and 960, boom, goes back up. You don't care. You're out. That's how I would have traded it. Hey, chaos, that's how life goes. You go to the bathroom and boom, you missed your trade. But you should never go to the bathroom in front just before London open or in a macro. You only pee outside macro time, okay? No peeing in macro time. No coffee in macro. You do not get your coffee in macro time. No peeing in macro time. Number one rule, you do not do that. Trading nickels, the algorithm is in charge of the market. It's already predefined. All these levels are predefined. It's time. Just time. No peeing. Number one rule, guys, you do not pee just before a macro. And especially not when there's been so much consolidation. And boot. 3, just outside macro, we're done. I just should my pen. Oh, you wear a pamper or something. They're gonna introduce special trading pampers. Yeah, if you don't want to miss a trade, that's what you have to choose to do. But you have to plan these things. You have to plan it. Oh, there you go. So, sometimes it can be nice to sit through longer consolidation because then you do get a move. But we also had times, guys. This was a nice run, but we had times that even though in the macro it did not, London opened was very slow. But for me, this displacement in this bullish PDRA, a bullish PDRA, that was a confirmation that I was looking for. I said it a couple of times. I want displacement in the box. I'm waiting for that. I don't want this. I don't want this. I wanted this. And then it went back up, and then I just had to enter. And now I made the mistake, like I said, yeah, I wouldn't be interested in anything else anymore because, so I made the mistake. I said 29.60 But I was looking at this level, but it was 960 that I actually meant. This was the level I said. I think I said it. I said 960, but because I'm just not 100%. I'm not 100. I'm well. That sounds weird. I'm not 100%. I'm not feeling 100%. I felt a little bit sick yesterday, and I can feel I'm a little bit slow in the brain. Oh, I mistake. I said it's such a small trade. I'm not really interested in it. But then I realized the moment it started running, I'm like, oh my god, I made a mistake. It's 960 is lower. It's not here. So I wasn't really looking for a trade, and I thought, oh, we're just going to go into this range and then go high. But it was 960, and I said it a couple of times. I'm interested in 960, but I just didn't realize it was here, and I was focusing on this one. So I thought it was an interesting trade to make. But the moment I realized it, I just put on a paper trade because, but yeah. And guys, it happens sometimes, you walk away or you get a phone call and your trade is there. It happens. It's part of being a trader. It's part of being stopped out. We are being part of being a trader is being missing trades, being stopped out. But there will be a next one, but you have to then just I didn't take it as well my account because I was also because of the mistake, but I realized the mistake that I made. I said 960, but I was looking at the 60 and I was like, such a small trade. I'm not interested. And the moment I'm interested, I saw it. It was like, okay. Now, am I sad about it? No, because I see my level worked. It would have been a perfect trade. So it's going into my journal, taking most of my position off here, runner up to here. Perfect. I waited for displacement. I was patient. Everything. I'm very happy. There was no monetary win for me because I effed up execution wise because made this mistake. But I was able to put a paper trade on for my journaling purposes. My levels worked. I was patient, which is one of my biggest things. So I'm very proud of my paper trade. Levels correct. Managed it well, risk wise, no stress. I'm also very comfortable missing it, so all good for me. It's a win for me, even though it's not a monetary win, if that makes sense. Patience and levels were correct. Execution mistake made by confusing 2960 with 960. So not thinking it was a good trade, realizing it, but then I was already too late for both. It is what it is. But it tells me that I have to be a little bit aware that I'm not that sharp. Because this is a big mistake, confusing 960 with 060. So it's telling me my brain either I need more coffee or I'm just not as sharp as I should be. Um, this is guys, this is not Trump. This is just a normal candle, guys. This is just a normal this is nothing. This is not a new scandal. This is just a normal we accumulation, manipulation, and a bit of distribution. This is nothing special. This is what we used to trade in London. This is nothing. This is just a 100 point move. And it's in a macro. It's just everything lines up. This is not a new scandal, not a nothing special. This is what you get after accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Um, this is what we're used to have on a normal basis, right? Like normal runs, but a lot of the times, where's my, oh, should be 2.5-ish. Beautiful, very pretty. Good morning, Sayunarka. Yeah, it's actually the first time in London that we actually have a nice. Well, we had sometimes it gave a move at 3 o'clock, but it was sort of like weirdish. But yeah, for me, it was a combination of this displacement that I was really waiting for. So I gave up some of my profit from not entering here. I just wanted to see more. I'm just traumatized by this price action in London. I just don't trust anything anymore. But yeah, I think it's one of the first times in a long time that we had a move like this, right? And so clean, very clean, levels lining up. So I'm happy to see this, guys. I'm happy to see it. So, and also ES and Q were lining up again together. So yeah, not too bad. But anyway, no monetary win for me. I didn't take it. I was too slow. Um, I need more coffee, I guess. I'm gonna get a coffee now, by the way, because I was actually also I wanted to go to the bathroom, chaos, and I was like, yeah, I need to go to the bathroom, but I was just sort of like London is opening, and I was like, let me just watch. And this was, I think, just before. Oh no, this was at the London Open, but I still didn't take it here. I was still like, okay, displacement, no FOMO, no FOMO. And then when we got moved up, then I just market order in here. And at first, I put my stop just above it, but then I said, you know what, I'm going to give it a little bit more room. It was still under 10 points going here. So I was like, yeah, I mean, and then I moved it to here at the moment we started running. So it was literally a few points stop. So it was a nice trade. 60 points on that 900 and then 100 points to 963. I had my stop at 963 here, or my TP. Now, because this is running, I actually think I'm 28,750 is for me in the I would like 28,750 now for lower, but I think we might go there late a little bit later on. 28, yeah, this area here. I like this level, but maybe New York will get us there. I think that's interesting. Let me quickly, I'm gonna go to the bathroom quickly, guys, and get a coffee. We'll watch a little bit more because I do want to see what's happening. Did anyone take that short? Go, go. Yeah, I need to go. I'm gonna get a coffee quickly, and get a go to the bathroom. But yeah, okay. Let me just quickly do that. And I need to find my phone. I've lost my phone. I can hear it all the time, but I don't know where it is. I have no idea where my phone went. And let me quickly. I'll be right back, guys. Give me 5 minutes. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, okay, here we go. Okay, we're back. Got my coffee. Here we go. Hello. Hi, Kitty. Hello, pretty girl. Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Um, yeah, there was a nice run. It was yeah, it was nice just to have a normal area of accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution, and finally having a nice run during a normal time. And but hey, man, this week has been pretty rough, to be honest. Literally, we've sat through accumulation through whole of London. So, but yeah, now focus, focus, focus. I really, really, really like the that lower level. Did we take the previous day low yet? I don't think we did. No, we still did not do that. So it's still there. We just stopped obviously above it. It always does that, and then continue lower. 0.5. 28,900. Oh shit. 28,900. Yeah, I think we're going lower now because we still have that previous day low below us. I would go in. I'm going to take a trade. Did you try the happy jump? I actually was walking, but I didn't do that, to be honest. Okay, hold on, guys. We've got 100 points to the downside. I want a good entry. The entry was here. See, I went to the bathroom. The entry would have been here. I missed that. What time is it? 2:32, yeah. Okay, I'm in. Okay, I'm already in. Um, it should have been a better entry here, but I was at the bathroom, but we already displaced here, so it's still within. I'm gonna go 20. This is the trade for me. I got in somewhere around here, but I'm putting my stop here. We left previous day. I'll do it. I was trying to balance on a. It was a little bit windy yesterday, so the thing here in August, it gets a little bit. Well, it's not August yet, but it gets a little bit windier. And yesterday there was a bit wind on the beach, so it wasn't as pleasant as it normally is. So I was sitting there. There was a lot of waves, and it was beautiful. I was actually looking for whales. I didn't see any yesterday. Um, so I didn't do the jump because it was a little bit too windy. I was like trying to find a place outside in the dunes where I could sort of hide from the wind and watch the waves, which I could find finally. But and at some point I just went back because I really wasn't feeling too well yesterday, and I got back home and then I started doing the pre-market prep, and then I started sweating during pre-market prep. But I'll try the happy jump. Coffee. Oh, coffee. Why is coffee so good sometimes? Okay, guys, okay, so I missed my good entry here, but so I've got a little bit more risk on. I entered a little bit here on my account, same risk, but I think we're good to go. This is my TP. Let me just double check. I think we're good to run now. So we have previous day low. Then I think we most likely will, at previous day low, we'll get a reaction again, but I think the TP is fine. We'll see. Otherwise I'll trill. 932-ish, 930 could also give a reaction here at 930-ish. Yeah, we could get a reaction here as well, but we'll see. I don't think it will go up all the way. I'll trail it. This might take a little bit time though. See, this I should have gone in here, but it's okay. So this blue box helps me to sort of navigate, are we ready to go? But it also helps me to define my, like a retest area, right? So now it's failing. It's just, it doesn't work as a, it changed the way it's helping me. Pum, 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 pum. His methods, yeah, well, I haven't seen him yesterday, and I also didn't see him in the pre-market prep. So let's ask if he's here. Mether, are you here? Because I haven't seen him for a couple of. I was actually thinking about him this morning, and I opened up the chat, and I didn't see anything, and I thought, let me ask in the chat. So I didn't do that yet. So, but Mether, if you're in, give us a sign of life. I was also yesterday. I was like, "Ooh, should I send him a message?" But I thought, yeah, if he's ill, he doesn't. But yeah, good question, Chaos. Let's see. Mether, if you're in, give us a sign of life. I'm on live chat, so I could see it. I do that, every time, every day. I have to go to live chat, otherwise I can't see his messages. So I am on live chat, so I should see the message. But I don't know. I don't think he's in. Otherwise, he probably would have said something. Mether, are you in? We need to see if we need to know if you're right. No, I don't think he's in. Otherwise, he would have said something. No, I don't think so. Well, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. He was on antibiotics. He said that he was on antibiotics and he felt a little bit better. But I don't know. Maybe just taking a little break or just busy. Well, let's hope that today. So, what I'm hoping is that New York is going to be a continuation of London. Um, so, on the other hand, I'm just thinking about something now. Because this is literally, we formed the high of the, on Friday, right? So we've just been going up the whole week. I'm just thinking now. Let's put on a fib here. And I'm just wondering what is the levels like? Where can we expect maybe a 705? Okay. Oh, okay. I like it. It. Yeah. So let's see if we can make it all the way. I said I like that 775, right? But let's just see how we're going to react at these levels where we are aiming for now, because we need to start. I'm quite confident in the move to the downside though, but we should be vigilant around. Yeah, okay, this level here because that's 50% of the weekly range. Well, technically not the weekly candle because Friday we created this low, right? So the weekly 50% is already here, but the 50% of the full range I'm talking about. So that's exactly where I'm at. I'm just above it for now. So let's see. We most likely will get a nice reaction to the upside again. And then maybe continuation. So let's see, London can get us maybe up to here. Then maybe a nice move back up and then maybe continuation lower in New York. Could be. But remember, we also have equal lows everywhere on to the upside. So, but I really like this. Like I showed you guys before. 750-ish, 28 750 level. But I think I have to reassess in pre-market again. But I think this is for London should be fine. Come on, baby. Just go. Give us the trade now. This is actually really, this has been a long time that I felt like we could do this in London. I haven't been able to do this in London for a long time. It feels like ages. feeling confident, feeling like, okay, you know, having a, even though the first one was a paper trade, but it felt like everything lining up, waiting for the confirmation, move back into it in a area that is really needed the invalidation. Because for me, going below the midpoint was the validation for me. Getting in, levels lining up, giving another trade, and feeling just very at ease, confident, whatever happens, even if it stops me, I don't care. It's just, everything is just, again, you know, back to normal, feeling normal. Obviously, I made a mistake with my 960, 060, but shit happens. Mr. Chaos made the mistake by going to the bathroom at a ICT macro time. He learned the best lesson of the week. You never go to the bathroom just before a macro time. I think that's the lesson of the week. You never pee just before a macro. You hold it. You hold it. It's just 20 minutes. We have two macro times, by the way. There's only one ICT macro time. That's 10 to the hour to 10 after the hour. That's where price spools. But there's also a continuation run, which is 20 to 40. It's not ICT macro. It's ICT hates it when you say that, but we call that time-based macros. But you'll see that a lot of the time you get continuation. 20, move up to 40. And then what could happen is that when the next macro starts, it might be the move up, right? 350 to, let's see what happens when we get to 350. But now we're just continuing to the downside. $9.35 will give a reaction most likely because we're at 4 standard deviation and also a level. Yeah, I am expecting a reaction here to the upside, 9:30ish. It's okay. Doesn't worry me at all. Like we're getting a little bit of a move. Just nice, nice, nice. Man, it's nice to have this price action again, right? It's such a I'm really happy to see this because London has not been very nice to us lately. Not to me, at least. But you know, you show up, you just keep showing up, and it changes again. So I'm happy that I did start the stream at 2 o'clock instead of 3. Because if I would start at 3, I would have missed the move because it would be 1 hour later, right? I would just start looking at things, and because you set through the accumulation and define the area where you want to see things happen, I would have been too late when I would start at 3 o'clock, right? I wouldn't have maybe not seen this, would not have drawn my box correctly, and so it's the same when I started streaming by myself. I was telling myself, if there's no one showing up, I'm not closing the stream. And it happened in the beginning that I was by myself and I got very nervous. And I was like, oh my God, I feel so embarrassed. There's no one watching. Because, yeah, I didn't have any social media. I just started the stream. And I said, no, you're just going to keep on talking like you're talking to a friend. And I did. And then those were where the OGs really started, and suddenly 5 minutes later, people were just tuning in, saying hello, and you guys are still here. And I would not have never, if I would have stopped the stream. It was sort of like, but I felt like doing it. Like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. 0 people watching. But I told myself, you're just gonna let the ego do its thing, and it will happen. But it didn't happen a lot. But you're watching, you're like, oh my God, oh my God. No, and even lens, even though if you get us, even if it would stop you out, it should be no problem at all, right? There shouldn't be any. You shouldn't get upset about anything if it doesn't work, because a lot of the times, not a lot of the time, sometimes you get stopped out as part of being a trader. But if you manage your risk properly, you don't over leverage, it should be no issue at all, because it happens all the time. And you have to be okay with that. Every trade you should be okay losing what you already should be okay. I'm willing to lose whatever I'm putting on, and it should not change anything. It should not put you in a bad mood. It should not put you accept the risk. Your risk is the most important thing. You should be more focused on, I'm willing to lose this today on this trade. Now, I wouldn't be bothered with it anyway. So I'm not moving my stop because of the macro coming. So I expect maybe a move to the upside a little bit, because, like I said, this is an area where we could see a little bit of a reaction. So I'm okay to see it move up. Now, obviously, I don't want it to go here, but I'm expecting a move to the upside in the next, maybe a spike before we started, there may be continuation. So let's see. So that's why I haven't moved my stop yet. Okay, let's see. I will start trailing when we get more into this 315 macro. So I've got a headache again. So something is off. I'm just not feeling 100%. A little bit of nasty. It's like, it's not really, I don't feel really very, very sick, but it's just very, it's a very, I don't know if guys know what I'm talking about. It's a very small headache. It's just very, sort of nagging a little bit. It's not really there, like, oh my God, I can't. But it's sort of like, I can feel like a little pressure in my head, just a little bit. And it's sort of like impacting my focus a little bit. But it's not that much that I can't really say, oh my God, I'm so sick. No, I'm not. I'm just sort of like, I told the henna chick. Who's Henna? Oh, is Hannah the lady? I think KC. I know KC hasn't been around, but KC is part of the pre-market prep though. But I haven't seen KC in the chat lately. Yeah, Casey needs to help us to hydrate. No, but no, guys. Trading nickels. I take creatine every day. But I do it. So what I do in the morning, I take my coffee with collagen powder. Then I am extending my first meal to after the stream most of the times, but I take creatine every day. Um, and So I always take something with creatine after this. Sometimes I take yogurt with extra bit of creatine, but sometimes I only drink a drink with creatine in the morning. And what I'm doing nowadays, guys, it's when I wake up, I hydrate. Before my first coffee, it's very important to hydrate yourself first. So, KC, but maybe I should bounce my amount of creatine a little bit up. Could be because I'm just taking the minimum, but because I do it every day. But maybe that's a good thing. Yeah, I like creatine. But so yeah, I hydrate before the moment I wake up. I drink like lukewarm water, or sometimes a little bit, because I like it because it's a little bit colder. You heat before you have your first coffee, you need to hydrate your body first. You wake up, you brush your teeth, but you hydrate. You hydrate. And you then you have your coffee afterwards. That's the best because coffee actually takes away hydration, but it's very important to have to drink lukewarm water when you wake up. But Lance, is that the lady, the older lady that you talked about? When you say chick, so I think a chick is a younger spring chicken. But you talked. I think I had someone reaching out to me. Um, I can't remember her. Is that Hannah? I don't know. Oh, she's beautiful but very young. I imagine you could help her a ton. I told her you're the only. I'm not the only successful trader. I would definitely not call myself the. There are definitely other traders that do very well, and I think they're also very trustworthy, so to speak. But um, but yeah, I mean, if we all have our different ways, and I guess we all have different value we can bring. Um, it's also personal preference, right? But I think it's always good to have more people to watch, not only just one, because sometimes, you just feel like, okay, I feel like I'm in the mood for something else a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, she can always send me a DM. Oh, by the way, I sort of closed the disc. I mean, I still have Discord, but I'm not really because we had so many scammers lately. So I do have but I do want to maybe make a tab, like I said earlier, like make a tab in the Discord for just for if you feel like I'm tilting, or share your if you feel like, oh shit, I'm doing it again, or I am revenge trading. And not that we or anybody else is judging or is it's more when you seek accountability and have support of a community. I think maybe I'm gonna create a tab in the Discord just for that. And um, people should be very respectful towards each other, but it should also be a place where people could find accountability. Maybe, hey, listen, I'm doing this, and if you see the same thing, if people would recognize maybe what they're doing as well. I think we all recognize, we all do it, but like I said, it is not only discipline; it's biology. So it's something in the brain really happens. But yeah, it's a little bit different than just posting your normal trades in the NQ tab or the gold tab, whatever. But really, like, shit, and it doesn't matter if it's a losing trade or a winning trade. It is more the focus on the psychology part of the trading, where because we have no one to talk to, right? It's all we are by ourselves. And tilting happens, you start spiraling because you do one thing and you either don't walk away, or you just, I find it really hard to walk away, even though it's easy to say, yeah, you have to walk away. Yeah, but once you are, going on. So I think I'm going to make a tab. Um, well, okay, Lance. Yeah, if it's honest, I don't mind if people want to make money, but it has to be like, what I really don't like is when people are shilling codes of specific things. Like I really hate it when people are shilling the 20, oh, buy 20 Apex accounts. It costs nothing at the moment, but use my code. I think that's the wrong way because they make a lot of money off people because, you know, and trying to frame, it's very easy to risk 20 accounts because 20, even though make one account work, but it's a different psychology game if you are risking, even though it's a small trade, if you're risking 20 times the same amount, right? I hate that because the focus should be on getting someone like what you are, you know, your focus should be getting one funded account, getting over to a payout, not 20, just one. And that's where people should start. But because their business, their model is just making money off prop firm codes, it becomes a little bit unethical, I believe. It's not unethical to make money if you are doing something. I don't think that's unethical, but it's just framing an illusion that is just not the right one. That is something I hate. And but there's nothing wrong because people need to make a living, and if they offer something, it doesn't matter if you make some money out of it, right? I have a collaboration coming up as well, but and obviously they will, it's we help each other, but I think it's a collaboration out of respect and out of trust. And they want me obviously to promote their product, but I believe in their product and I've worked with them in the past. But the thing is that I will never try people to get more accounts just to make so they use my code more to lose more money, because if you try for new people, because people fall for that get rich quickly, very quickly in the beginning. Oh my God, I need to make money. Oh, I can do it with 20 accounts. I just make $100 a day, right? And then I have 20 accounts. But it never works. They fail because they can't make one account work. So that's the part I really hate. I don't mind if people make money. That's not the case. But the unethical part is lying, creating an illusion that is not true. That is what I really hate. Yeah, of course, you want to make some money and preferably, but the main focus is your trading should make your money in the first place. Everything else is just secondary. Okay, let's see. It's 4 o'clock now. Okay, 4 o'clock. Let's see, let's see. We did hit the end wall, event horizon, so I don't want it to go further up. I really want you to go to 0.5, but it looks a little bit bullish here. Let's see. I think it's still good. There we go. But like for example, is the you know Alpha Futures has gone rogue, right? So you have to be very careful with if you partner with a company, you really have to trust them. You have to be very, you have to know if they suit, like if you partner with someone, you want to be able to feel confident that you trust they have the same moral values as you have. I'm very rule based. I want foundation, I want something built on foundational growth. So I wouldn't partner with anyone. I'm just really going to collaborate with one that I already know. So I feel like we have the same moral values. So that's for me very important. But you just shitting a code because you want people to use it, and no matter what happens, that is for me wrong. to do, right? Because you're just in for the money, but you have a community. You want to take care of your community. We take care of each other, right? I I bring value to you, but I don't want to bring any harm to my community. And just shilling a code of any prop firm is sort of like, because we're already in a dangerous area of our. So trading nickels, I'm still in that short. Why? Because I think this is the draw. I think we're still on our way down. So even though this move up is just for me in my mind, I just want to go back to his point that he's making. I still think this is the draw. Now I do see the bullishness, but I don't think we turn bearish, bullish yet. This is a breaker, yes, I agree, but I think we're still on our way to the downside. So I just see this as a retracement, not as a move. I still prefer this here. I could be stopped out, but that's fine. Then I know I'm just too early. I might get back in. Now this is a bullish breaker. Yes, I agree. But I still think I don't consider it because this is my draw. I think we're still on our way to the downside. So that's why I'm still in a short. I didn't go long because I think we're still on our way to the downside. Now sometimes a retracement can go much higher, and then I have to go back in again. But yeah, that's why I didn't change my trade. Yeah, I'm also feeling a bit of pain in my ear, so 38. See, we got a strong reaction because we hit the end walk, the event horizon. I still think it's going to go here after going higher. It's okay. Now, I think some people are already asking, why are you not taking off your trade? I know you guys are asking, why is she not taking off her trade? I do that on purpose. Like I said, I am. I mentioned you have to be okay being stopped. Now, obviously, you could already take if you're wrong and you think, oh, okay, the reaction is going to be a little bit more because obviously when we're running in the macro and it's already a certain time, it's going to keep on going, right? And it's a bullish breaker, so I get it. But I'm leaving it on for two reasons. Practicing to be okay being stopped out because that's something I was really bad at that, being okay. But also for me, it's seeing if this level is holding up, if this is still even though I am in drawdown and I believe this is nah, this doesn't look good to me for me anymore. But so it's okay. I'll be stopped out. But when I'm in larger trades, I don't let it always run to my TP when I'm wrong. But I do practice sometimes being okay being stopped out and really have no bearing on my emotions whatsoever. Sometimes what I do that just to be okay. It's something you need to train. Mr. Chaos, this is for you because I notice sometimes you get very upset when you're stopped out. It can mean two things: either you're over leveraged, or it's just something it's for me. I train myself to being okay being stopped because it's part of our business, being stopped out, and I always try to learn it to take it into a turn it into a learning moment. Like, okay, what did I do wrong? Because for me, even though it goes all the way higher, for me it's important to see that my level holds. That is more important for me. I don't want it to go take out my level, even though it might come very close. But if this level is too low, then it means. But I'm hoping we would get rejection here and then we go here. I don't know, guys, if you noticed that my stop is exactly on my blue box. So I'm testing. I've been using my blue box in two ways already. Confirmation to the low, but also entry here, but also now my stop loss. So I'm testing, I'm doing more things at the moment with this area. Like, okay, can I use this as, okay, stopped out. Why you didn't take any early loss? Oh, I just explained that. I sometimes don't care. Um, the thing is, I still think this level is in play. And the thing is, if I get in on my account, I always you can take back the area that you lost on the way down again. And sometimes, like I said, I just let it go to my stop out. But if I'm in New York, I'm much more aggressive. I don't let it go back all the way up. But um, you have to be okay being stopped out. But there's no point sometimes, obviously, to let it go to your stop and let lose money unwillingly. But it's very important. When I started out, I didn't put a stop loss in. I did because I didn't want to lose a trade. Then I had a stop loss and I would move it all the time. So, especially in London, I do. It's sort of like a practice for myself. It doesn't mean anything to me to lose it because my losses are relatively small to the trades that are my winning trades. My winning trades on average are above 100 points. And sometimes I'm getting to a point now, average between 200 and 300 points. And having losing trades is part of the business. But I need to train myself also, especially with larger trades, to be okay being stopped out and giving more room to be stopped out. But then again, now it isn't what I don't like. If I put a stop somewhere and it takes me out for one ticket, then it goes lower again, like what it might start doing now. Then I know, okay, my level is not correct because I'm looking for perfection. I'm a perfectionist. So I also, because I journal it, I want to see these levels and I put it in my journal exactly how it is. Now I knew there would be a reaction here, but I didn't expect this reaction, to be honest. I thought it might be a small reaction, but then again, you have a bullish breaker and it goes higher and blah, blah, blah. But I still think that level is in play. But it is London, so it's not going to go there straight away. So, I might get back in. Brutal Trader, good morning to you. So, but normally, guys, I do trill, but actually, it was already quite clear at some point right here when you have the retest of the bullish breaker and it goes up. But I wanted to test my level, and it's pretty annoying that I got stopped out. And then it might grow, but I might get back in. Just want to make sure. Maybe we have to wait until the continuation of London. I still like that 770 area. But yeah, I sometimes let myself being stopped out. So I have a L. Yeah, so yeah, the 618. Yeah, true. Um, it bounced also because of the end. If you have the event horizon, right? Always you get a nice reaction, right? Around this area. Um, but it's okay, guys. I mean, being stopped out is a present sometimes. The hours are spotty here for me. I wonder if it's a low void or just bad connection. I don't think there is any spottiness on my end. The 1 minute looks pretty nice now. We don't have any spottiness. So the price action looks good. Guys, honestly, in comparison to what we've been going through lately, this is not bad price action. This is actually very clean price action. It looks pretty nice again. And breaker here, the during macros we got nice clean runs here. Breaker retest boom, we go higher. It's beautiful. We had a nice move to the downside also during a macro. It is nice and clean. No complaints whatsoever. Um, it is much better than it has been this week. So I'm looking forward to New York session because London are a lot of the times if you have cleaner price action in London, what I've seen lately is that we tend to have it as well in a continuation. So yeah, I'm looking for. It looks nice. I am pleasantly surprised with the price action today in comparison to how it has been. So yeah, no complaints. No complaints today so far. There's no. Did anyone take the long here? It was a nice long. Oh, Lance, that would be nasty. I mean, I don't see any trader. Oh, trade of eight. Yeah, could be. No, but Lance, maybe you're on the wrong contract. Lance, if you're on trade of eight and it's very spotty, you might be on the wrong monthly contract. Make sure that you're on the correct monthly contract. Because if it's very spotty, you might be on the wrong contract. Please double check. Yeah. Are you on the monthly contract? Which month are you on? NQ September. Yeah, that should be good. It's the U, right? MNQ U, I believe. I don't have any spottiness on Trade of Eight. From mine, looks really it looks good. I have no issues on Trade of Eight. I'm just checking. It looks from MNQ looks fine. I don't have any spottiness. It just looks the same. I'm on MNQ U 6 in Trade of Eight. So yeah, for me everything is fine. It's weird if you have spottiness in Trade of Eight. It's yeah, well, ICT has been complaining about trading view as well. Because if you put on a trade, like for example, if I put on a, let's see, something, it takes, look, okay, well now it does it very, but if I press the sell button, that's why I'm a little bit hesitant putting on my trades to, because it takes sometimes a long time before they put it on. Okay, so again here I still like my level to the downside. So let's say I put my trade back on. What was it? 900. There we go. Uh, 421. Mm, 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 mm. We took out, yeah, you know what? Also, guys, what I forgot is that we took out a previous day low. See, my brain is not working as per. Obviously, we're going to get a strong reaction. We took out a previous day low. So even though the level that I'm aiming for might be still in the cards, if you take out a previous day low and you hit the event horizon of the end walk, it's going to give a very strong reaction. So I'm telling you, my brain is not. I have to be very careful with my trading today because I'm missing things. I still think my level is fine, but obviously here, when we took previous day low plus event horizon, it will give a very strong reaction. It created a bullish breaker. Obviously, it will give a nice move to the upside. Now, I still think my trade, so I will make up my loss. But I still think we're bearish, but obviously, I said it. We're hitting a. Let me just get in quickly. I'm just slow in my head today. Just have to be aware of it that I'm not doing well. But I still. There we go. It's gonna take its time, yeah. 100. So see, still, you can have the correct analysis, but if you miss a few things, you still have a losing trade. Because you're just not sharp on the ball. Like normally I would say, okay, I will take my TP, I will take everything off here, and then you get back in at another point, right? Simple as that. Ta da 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 dum, da da dum. Just wondering if maybe the trade will be more a little bit later in the pre-market. I still like that lower level, but if we're gonna get a continuation, it maybe not happen now. Maybe I'm too early. Took a previous day low. We create equal lows. Yeah, see, I'm too early. It's not time yet. I'm not interested in a long, to be honest. I'm just interested in the short today. Yeah, I like that lower level, but so you have original consolidation, you have sell side, buy side, but I just don't see the long for today, for now anymore. But then again, we could go a little bit higher. I still like this level I was aiming for, and I think it will be in play 900, but I'm actually more interested in that 750 level today. 28 750. So, we'll see. Looking on the 4 hour though, it could also be bullish, right? If you look here. But I still think we're going to go lower. We hit 60%, bullish order block, go higher. This could be a bullish 4 hour order block, propelling us higher again. 28 776, 892. I also looking at first FU, like we bounced now from the first 130. Yeah, I used to use them as well, but I've sort of like stopped using them a little bit. I just look a little bit at different things now, but yeah, they're always helpful. They are always helpful. It's an imbalance, obviously. I'll do another poll with you guys. I just want to see how you overall, how we're going to end the week. Are we going to end the, okay, let me just have a look at this poll. Bullish 33%, bearish 52, accumulation 15. But I'm going to do another poll, guys. I want to see how what you guys think about the end of the week. Are we going to end the week bullish, bearish? Let me do a last poll before I go. Will we end the week bullish or bearish? Forget about accumulation because we're going to end bullish or bearish, right? In between, we'll have some accumulation. But hey, listen, today's London hasn't been bad. We cannot complain about London. We had a nice move to the downside, and it gave a really, really nice move to the upside as well. On the both macros did really well. The 3 o'clock to 3:10 macro was beautiful downside, and the 4 o'clock macro was beautiful to the upside. We cannot complain about macros running. Both were beautiful. Comparing, like, comparing to what we've been through, now we just had a little bit of accumulation and then two really nice macros. So no complaints. Okay, bullish. We will end the week bullish, bearish. Okay, so let's see. Oh my god, this headache. I hope I'm better before pre-market. It's annoying. So Martijn, do you look on the do you have a specific time frame you look at them? I used to look at them on I used to mark. I probably have them still here. Oh, I took them off. I used to mark them automatically, but it doesn't. The thing is with those indicators, it doesn't take. It doesn't. They don't add the imbalances. I actually want to see rejection here a little bit, to be honest. I like to see rejection here. Bullish, 100%. Let's see, we can frame one more trade though. I just like to see if we can do one more trade before we go. Just how do I get rid of this headache? I never take aspirin or something. I just don't believe in that, but I think sometimes it really helps. I haven't taken aspirin for many, many years. Pum, 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 pum. $29.72. Oh, don't call me QT. Don't do that. I am new and I'm from India. Yes, welcome, but don't call me QT, please. On the first and 15th. Oh, you go on the 1 and 15-second time frame? Wow. Yeah, I have the TBR, but especially when it hit the macro time and bounced from first. Are you saying 1 and 15 second, 1 second or 1 minute? I think you say 1 minute and 15 seconds, right? Oh my, are you, are you really? I've got the TBR macro somewhere. There's a lot of information on that one. There's a lot of information on the TBR. Um, yeah, but I'm really waiting for a short. I really want my short. Um, I don't see the upside anymore. How much higher are we going to go? How much higher do you want to go? How much higher do you want to go? Yeah, okay, 1 minute. Yeah, I was like, okay, I got you. Now that makes sense. Yeah, I thought so. The 1 minute. Yeah, I also like the 1 minute the best. But sometimes the 15 minute also gives a lot of information, right? Da, 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 da. Yeah, the IPTA levels 20, 40, 60. Always important. But it's sort of messy now, to be honest. So we hit the 50, 60 IPTA premium, a discount quite a while back, and we kept on bouncing back and forth. So it didn't really give me that much of information lately. I haven't looked, by the way, this week, in all fairness. Let me look now. I'll have a look now on the IPTA. I always have my IPTA levels. I look at it mostly every day, but I forgot this week. Because of that, it should be on. Yeah, the reason was because here, IPTA 60, we've been bouncing back and forth so many times. I thought it doesn't give me any extra information, so to speak, um, premium discount wise, but we are below IPTA 60. It actually makes me more, I actually like what I'm seeing because it makes me more bearish than bullish as well. Because everything that goes up is just going quickly into premium to go lower again. But on the other hand, I don't know. I also I highlighted this if we get over this, I can also see us go here 415. We'll see. I mean, I think today will give us more information for tomorrow. Most of you guys are bullish. On the 15 seconds, you are on the 15 second. Yeah, but on the 15 seconds, you have a lot of MMXMs. Hey, I think if you train yourself to it, I think it's. I'm looking at the 30 seconds and 15 seconds more and more, and I think it's a matter of training, right? And obviously, on the lower the time frame, the more breakers, the more PDRAs you will find. But you need to train yourself as well to be able to get comfortable. But I do use the 30 seconds more and more lately. But I haven't been using the 15 seconds that much. But yeah, I like the idea because you have your information quicker. It's just everything, every fractal, every time frame, like the higher you get, the longer it takes for your confirmation, for example, to get, right? So it all makes sense. It doesn't really matter if you stick to your 5 minute. It doesn't matter that you get your confirmation maybe a little bit later than someone on the 1 minute because that's what you trade. It's still a valid trade. But yeah, the lower you go, the faster you see your invalidation or confirmation. I like the 30 seconds, but yeah, it does become a little bit more spotty sometimes. But today, that's you can tell it's good price action when the 30 seconds and the 1 minute almost are alike. Oh, look at that, we're going. Oh, I like it. Yeah, 3 day look back is also very important. Always, yeah. I have them all on other charts as well because I have to clean up my charts because it was too messy for a lot of people. And they had a good point. My charts were just too full. But yeah, 3 day look back. 3 day look back are always is very important, guys. And 3 months look back. Everything with a three is important. 369. 3 day look back. 3 months look back. So 3 weeks. It's 15 work days. How much is 15? 1 plus 5 is 6. Oh, okay. Coincidence. Mr. Chaos, I'm sure there are people that are on the 1 second, but it would be. I think you have to be a little bit crazy in the head to be able to trade that. But hey, listen, if you're an Einstein, I guess I think it might drive me nuts. But 15 seconds already. I mean, you have to train yourself, but I think it's a lot of value in it. No, it's not necessary. It's not necessary to be a good trader, but I think it might. I think it's the next when you are ready to maybe go to the next level. You can, add a lower time frame below the 1 minute. But I think it comes with more experience. You just have to process more data faster. That's the only thing. It's the same data, right? You look at the same candles, but there's just more data. So it's just you just have to process things faster. So for me, example, I've already. Yeah, so it's all personal preference, Lance. For me, 1 minute is very important because I use time a lot. For me, I look at specific candles, what they do at a specific time, because I actually literally trade time. So for me, I need to be on the minimum on the one, or if I even on the look on the three or the five, I still look what time is doing. But my most important one is the one, but I do look at other time frames. But because I use time, I really literally look at the 1 minute candle, what it's doing. And sometimes I go lower, 30 seconds, to see what a specific candle is doing. But yeah, it is a valid point. It is the higher you go, the less noise there is, right? But it's you have to find your sweet spot, what you feel comfortable with trading. And also, like, sometimes, like, today I might not. At least we have good price action. We cannot blame anything on price action today. On London price action, no complaints. No complaints. Does it feel like all the different indicators are lagging price? Shouldn't be. No. Indicators shouldn't be lagging anything. I hope not, at least. But yeah, the best way to read is have less indicators and more things. You don't need much beside your open, high, low, close. But then again, some for me, I need to have time-based levels. It's very important to me, and some specific levels that I'm using. But I guess the more experience you get, the less things you need on the chart, right? Or let me put it this way. You know exactly what to focus on the right time, so you can take more off your charts. But in the beginning, you don't know. When you're still journaling and trying to find your edge, you're still looking for, okay, what is it? What do I need? What gives me that edge? What gives me that data that I need to? But at some point, you'll get better at it, and okay, this I just have to mark maybe this level for now, or maybe this first presented fair value gap, or maybe this, or maybe that. But that takes time because you don't know in the beginning, right? And then the less you get on the chart is because you just know it's invaluable. It doesn't give you any valuable now. So, but in the beginning you're just like, yeah, what is it using right now? And you want to get less things on your chart, but use the specific things that you do need at the right time only, so you don't, fill up your chart with unnecessary noise. It's also something that I also need to get better on. Just put less on the charts. And now I scroll through other charts where I have different data. I don't know, okay, I have to use it only now because it's only valuable at this time, right? And instead of having 100 fair value gaps lit up. 100 minimum per contract, but I get more usually very quick. I scalp 2.5 to 20 points, and I focus more on short hauls. I like to hop on Momo. I'm only looking for entries on the 15. Oh, so you do? Okay, yeah. I think that's what most people. I think that's what ICT also does, right? Yeah, I think that's a good. And it also gives you a good idea of the imbalances that you don't see on the. Last time I saw a very interesting thing. On the 1 minute there was an imbalance, and on the 30 seconds there was not. And actually, surprise never went back to that level. And I was like, that's interesting. You hardly see. And I was like, that's weird. How is it possible that on the 1 minute I have an imbalance, and on the 30 second it was not an imbalance, but there was a wick. It was just a wick on the 1 minute. But on 30 second there was literally price action there, so there was no imbalance. And I was like, wow, that is so interesting, because sometimes it doesn't go to you have a volume imbalance and doesn't go there. And I was like, yeah, why is it not going there? But on the 15 or the 30 second, it is not an imbalance. But mostly it's the other way around, right? You see more imbalances on the 30 second or the 15. So that was very interesting to see. Like we have an example, for example, here. Let's have a look at this one here. See, there's a nice little gap here on the 1 minute. Let's have a look at the 30 second. Oh, we have one on 30 seconds as well. Okay, doesn't really matter. Gap here, a lot of nice little gappies. Yeah, the better, I think the more naked the charts are, the better at some point. You just need to know what you're looking for and what you need at a specific time. Some things can really help. Some things, sometimes they really help. It's 450, another macro starting. I like the price action. I really am happy to see what we're seeing today. It is such a change of what we've seen lately in London, and I hope we get continuation of this in New York. Maybe some nice distribution. It's Thursday, so it's third week of the month. We might get some nice distribution today in New York. Let's see. Original consolidation, sell side, buy side. I wonder if we want to go higher than here. I want to see we are just hanging around this midpoint and rejecting here. I still like the short. I still like the short. But the question is, the only thing that sort of like, I'm like, yeah, did we just bounce into higher time frame order blocks and bouncing? Are we going higher again? I did say like, if we get over, what was the level? I posted it to my students. Let me check. 28. Yeah. If we do get over 29 to 30-ish, where are we now? Then I'm bullish. If not, I'll stay bearish. 29 to 30. Oh yeah, that's this level here. Around this level. Is this the weekly 50%? When I the weekly candle. It's this wick here. But it's also, so this is something, this is the interesting part here. Monday, 13th of June. Oh, it takes the monthly. It's also exactly 50% of the monthly range, right? This is a miscalculation of the indicator, but it's actually not bad because 50% of this wick is also 50% of last week monthly candle. So if we get over this one, I wonder if this little gap is the draw on liquidity for this week. Let me highlight it. I haven't highlighted. I had this one. This one was another one. I don't know which one. I'm gonna highlight this one here. It's just 500 points from today. I mean, it's Thursday, right? Which is also an end dog. What a surprise. So then we take out the weekly high and just 200, 150 points more. So we go over this one. But we need to get over this 50% level. So that means we're going to get over the weekly high. But I'm still not sure. We'll see. But I do like that level. So it's this 50%. 235 is for me important. Lens, not price, time. Time is much more important than price. Price is secondary to time. Okay, guys. We'll watch this last macro. I'm just interested to see. Then I'm going to take a. I just have to get rid of this headache. It's bugging me. Who uses aspirins for headache? I never. It really doesn't never help me really. I never take medicine to be honest, unless I'm really sick. I take like antibiotics when I really need it, but I haven't used medicine. The only thing that I take sometimes is antihistamine. I have this weird thing sometimes at night that it's just start. I get an itch in my hands. I think it might be some kind of allergy. And then I take an antihistamine and it's gone, but I don't take anything else. But I've got this headache bugging me now for since yesterday a little bit. And it just doesn't go away. um, where is my? Yeah, you see, so we hit that event horizon, so that means the midpole between two end walks, right? So this one is between these two here. It was a previous day low, event horizon, but also a bullish order block on the 4 hour. So obviously it was going to give us a big reaction. So actually the best macro again was the 350 macro to be honest. It it really was the cleaner because you got a breaker, retest, blah blah blah. So technically speaking, this was a nice confirmation here. The level was correct, but actually this was the better trade. If I'm being honest. I have to journal that. Level was nice. Um, well, like for example, if I call out these levels, it's not because of all these levels are defined by high frequency algorithm. There's no buying or selling pressure. Those highs and lows are predefined. Everything in between could be manipulated, and there is buying and selling pressure is induced by the algorithm induces something, they manipulate, and then they try to get people on the wrong side. But all these highs and lows are defined by high frequency algorithms. They are literally calculatable. Now it gets more harder to find what's going in between when you have more levels. Like I said during this week, it felt to me levels in between they added more manipulation in between, so more up and down, for example. But all these highs and those lows, that is not buying. That is all algorithmic. These are all algorithmically predefined, and they're literally calculatable. It's they're all a benchmark from something else. And they do work on time. It is all time based. But that's the hardest thing, managing to find those time based things. It's also for me still ongoing, but I'm getting better at it. 5 o'clock. Let's have a look at the 4 hour candle. What are we doing so far? We're back into a doji. Beautiful. This looks horrible, but if you look at the 4 hour, but technically we really had nice opportunities within this 4 hour candle, right? The 3 o'clock was a nice, 4 o'clock gave a nice entry. So, in hindsight, when you look at this 4 hour, you would say, oh, it's just wicks, but this was not bad. Really not. Um, the 1 hour. Do you want to see what you guys? Well, so figuring out the algo is literally figuring out the market, so it's not easy and it takes a lot of journaling and a lot of time. But I see it as a treasure hunt because it's the only thing. Like, think about this, Lance. Because there's an algo and it's rigged, we have an edge. Because if it's buying and selling pressure, you would never have an edge, right? Because you never know how much buying or selling. But because there is an algorithm running the shots, and finding those algorithmic signatures is the one thing that can give us an edge. That's why that's the reason why I enjoy journaling so much, because it's like looking for those little algorithmic signatures. And but it's not easy because they're always smarter than us. It's by design that we are liquidity, right? So you have to find that edge, but it's definitely there. And the more I'm in it, the more things I find, the more I'm triggered to keep on looking for it. So that's why I'm so not I don't want to say the word obsessed with journaling, but I really enjoy it because I find these things that work over and over, and they are time based. If you see specific things happen at a specific time, it can help you. Well, for example, yeah, I mean, this is actually, I mean, trading nickels, he took it. It's actually a very dumb thing for me to stay in that trade. This is algorithmically very, very clean, just already telling you that it's going up and much higher than here. Time is telling you that. Very activation of a breaker within a macro, retest within a macro. This is actually the most, this trade here was actually so clean. Nothing else I can say about it then except that it was not a smart move for me to stay in that trade. But anyway, and we're going much higher as well. But nice price action. Hey, Strong Penguin, long time no see. How are you doing? I just wanted to say bye, but I see that you just came in to say hello, so I'm going to say hello back to you. Happy to see you back. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Strong Penguin. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear. Oh, poor thing. Oh, I know you're very young, right? I know you're not very old. Ah, that's very sad news. Strong Penguin is literally one of my first. I think I don't know, maybe he was even number one that got on my stream. So we go back. Well, I think it's a year now because I think in August I'm live for a year. So I'm very sorry to hear. That is very sad news. I hope you're doing okay. Yeah. You're so intelligent. Did that make trading easier or harder? Perfection can work against an ICT. Is for people like you with too much brain. Well, no. Okay, I'm not that intelligent. Well, I have some analytical skills because I used to be in IT, but I was never good in mathematics at school. But I am able. So let me clarify something for those who think, oh my God, I have to be really smart. I used to be not good at mathematics because also didn't like it. But the thing that would really help me is I visualize everything. So if I journal my trades through TradingView, like I make it visual. So at some point I realized all those Excel sheets, the data, it did help me a little bit. When you start out, you need some data, but visualizing everything, that's how I started to see things. So yes, indeed, in the beginning, you might, use more fair value gaps, blah, and things. But I started to see things by journaling the chart and looking, for example, also on the 15-minute, using time, and I started to see patterns. Now, we don't trade patterns. You need to have if-then statements, but that's where you start. But it's for me, it was like seeing specific things happening over and over. And then I started journaling to it, and I reverse engineer and looked into depth into it. With ICT, it's not about everything what he says, but sometimes it's about what he not says. And he says he teaches, but he doesn't make it easy for everyone. He says I talk a lot, and he hides the things that are really the easy things. He hides them, or he mentions them in maybe in a spaces of kit. But for me, it's always I look for those things that he's not saying. Obviously, I use the concepts, but I try to dig a little bit deeper to find that edge because I was like, yeah, things work, but there's something still missing, and that makes sense because he literally doesn't, spill everything. He gives a concept, but but there's more to it most of the times. But you have to find that. You have to put in the work. So it's by design. It's by design. But whatever he teaches, it works. But if you want to improve it, you have to dig a little bit deeper, and that's where the edge comes. I believe so. But that takes time. Like I said, I've been journaling for 3 years now, no, 2.5 years extensively, and trying to find those things and listen to and okay, if he says one thing, but what if I try something a little bit differently? What he maybe taught in another lecture, for example. So, but I'm not that. But for me, making it visual really helped because I was like, okay, and like I say, journaling. journaling is the most important thing because my brain needs to see something and then I can understand it. If you tell me something and I don't see it, I'm like, oh, my brain scrambles. I can't catch up on if it's a lot of information and it's not visual for me. I find it really hard sometimes to see, to understand something. So that's why the journaling with Trading View helped me a lot, and it's really sped up my learning curve. Strong Penguin. Oh, you have both of your parents are no more. I'm so sorry to hear. That is so sad. And I know you're very young. I know you're not old, right? So, who is taking care of you now? Are you how old are you? I believe you were just in your 20s, right? So, Strong Penguin, it has been well, you've been from the journey from the start, and it's just been slow growth. But that's what I wanted, right? The right people. We built an awesome community so far. And I'm starting with a collaboration in next month because that is the circle is round again. It's actually because they pushed me to start the YouTube channel, and they have been really building on foundational basis as well. You know, it's not like fancy, like focusing on fancy things and glitter and glamour, but really building foundational. Like I also feel like I've been doing, I'm still doing, by the way, improving on, just keep on trying to get better and working on that. Well, yeah, I think the foundation is the right word. So that's how it just been going, and it's just going very well, I guess. We don't do any flashy stuff here. We don't, we try to focus on the real sides of trading, the good, the bad, the ugly. You guys saw that today I made actually two big mistakes. I didn't get in. I made a mistake of the 960 here, and then I thought, oh, it's a small trade. Then I only paper traded on the way here. I literally said we will get a reaction here, but then it gave a beautiful trade, and I kept my trade running. But it just I'm now 21, be 22 in November. Yeah, so you were 20 when or 21 just, I think you were 20 when you came in. That's so sad to hear. I'm so sorry for you. Strong Penguin, you're on the Discord, right? Whenever you need any support, you know where to find us. Just, we're here to help each other. So, guys, Strong Penguin was really one of my, really literally one of my first. He was there when no one else was watching. He was really one of the first. I remember that. And always very friendly, always supporting me. Yeah. Hey, Bowser, how are you doing? But guys, I need to get rid of this headache. Strong Penguin, please just make sure if you feel, you want some support, feel free to DM us in the in the Discord, Yeah, it's really not I mean both that's just yeah. Um yeah, I think I'm gonna get an aspirin, guys. Like I said, I don't have any aspirin in the house, but I think I need to get something for this headache. It just keeps bothering me. And I really want to have a good, I want to be headache free when we go into pre-market and into New York because I like the price section. Let me see the poll. Thank you for all the support. Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, make sure if you need any support or whatever, just feel free to don't hold back. Bullish, the end of the week bullish and 38% bearish. Okay, we'll see. I have to do some journaling as well for this session, but I like it. I like it. Okay, guys. Free market preppers, I'll see you later today. I just want to go to the pharmacy and get some anti-headache stuff. Did you guys have any tips? Lens, yeah, Lens, also you lost your mom as well, right? Yeah, she was 63. 63 is very young. It's really not that old, so it's still too young, right? 63 is nothing. Our mothers will be happier in heaven together. Still not easy. No, it never becomes easy. It never is easy. I know. Loss of it's such a weird thing, right? Dealing with loss. And even pets. I mean, pets, people that are close to you. It takes time. And it always leaves something in your, it always leaves something. And you just have to deal with it. As long as you got life, you got to deal with it. But it's not easy. You have to give it some space, some place in your life. And it's part of life. But those are the emotions that are really hard to deal with. And yeah. Loss and death is our, yes, exactly. It is, yeah, I know. The one thing in life that we are certain of, right, what they say is taxes and death, unfortunately. And but anyway, okay, guys. Did you guys have any tips? As you said, you were doing a collab with who? Strong Penguin. I will reveal that in this week. I want to get everything ready, up and running. But I think you know the story of the person who got me into the. They pushed me to start my YouTube channel. So it's the same party. So I trust them. They've been working as well on their foundation, and I believe they're very trustworthy. But yeah, next week, 1st of August. I just want everything perfect. I want my banner to be perfect, and just gonna wait for now. But yeah, it'll be soon. But yeah, I'm very happy. I'm like I said, I don't just want to, show any just codes from a. But this goes a little bit deeper. So I'm very excited. Also, it gives me a sense of belonging business-wise. I've got the community-wise, like what we started, but I think also I really like the sense of belonging to a party business-wise that I feel comfortable with, that I feel like I have the same moral values as I do. So yeah, I'm very excited. Yeah, may God bless our deceased ones. Definitely. It's never real for me. I still tiptoe around the house at night and always feel like she will walk around through the door from work. Yeah. Wow, Lance, that's very beautiful said. That's beautifully said. Yep. Well, Strong Penguin, I'm happy that you checked in again. Happy to hear from you, my friend. I'm happy that you are to see that you checked in, and yeah, you know the Discord. Just feel free to. You don't have to trade, but just if you want to just chat, feel free to come and say hi. We'll be there. The market will always be there. The community, we should also be there for each other when we're not trading, right? So yeah. Anyway, that's just what I wanted to say. Yeah, I love my chat. I want to ask a question. We're not trading for some time. How does it affect trades when you take when beginning? I want to ask a question. When not trading for some time. Okay, this is a very good question because Strong Penguin. If you haven't trained for a long time, or even though it already goes for me after the weekend, I feel like I'm rusty. It's like when you do sports every time you start playing golf or tennis, or you always have a few practice shots, right? Because you need to get back into the game. For me, I start my day always with a paper trade because I want to see where my head is at, or if I'm, because now I've got a headache and I saw already that I made some, some errors in the sense of, how do I say the word? Not analysis wise, but oh man, my brain is not working. I made a mistake with confusing 960 with 060, so I thought it's not going to give me a large trade. So you always have to, when you haven't traded for a while, if you have gone on holiday, you have to take time to get back into the market. You have to get back into finding the levels, but also you can have a good analysis, but your execution can be shit. So you need to get those things in tune. And I would just always recommend to paper trade for a while until you feel comfortable again. I mean, even after a weekend, it's just, there's no, you need to warm up again and get speed, and your brain has to work fast. You've got to test yourself. So if you haven't been trading for a while, yeah, you can see, yeah, you can see that I'm tired or not feeling well. I've got a headache. Yeah, I've got a headache that's bugging me. Strong Penguin knows me. He can see the difference. I've got a bad headache. Well, it wasn't that bad, but it's getting worse. So I need to get something for the headache. So I'm not tired. I feel a little bit tired, yeah, because of the bloody headache. I think I'm a little bit, I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit sick. I don't feel sick, but I said it when I started the stream. Yesterday I got a little bit sick, and I thought I was over, but it's not. So I'm not, I don't know, I'm tired. I'm not 100%. So. And then you have to be aware, you make more mistakes. You might not be on top of your game. So if you're ill or not feeling 100, or you're very distracted by life, you also don't want to trade because you're just not as focused as you should be, right? You have to be aware of that. I've already seen two things and I'm like, oh, okay, you better be careful. You don't want to lose any more money. I lost unnecessary money literally today, and I can make up an excuse like, oh, I have to train myself to be stopped out. That was actually just bullshit, to be honest, in fairness, because I had this actually should have given me already all the information. Like I said, we hit previous day low. We were in the event horizon. What the hell are you doing? You shouldn't be in that trade anymore. Of course, it's going to give a strong. I knew it would give a reaction, but it was telling me already it was going to give us a strong reaction. So yeah. So I'm going to get to what do you guys use for headache medication, guys? Anyone? Give me a quick heads up. What can I get at the pharmacy that really, really works for headache? I want to take one little pill and then the headache gone. What do you use anything? I never used anything, so I don't know. Help me. No one. No one is giving me a headache. No one is giving me you guys, nobody uses things for headache because it doesn't work, right? Put your feet in hot water. Oh, really? That's a good one. I'll do that. I like that. Yeah. Okay, guys. Losing money is tuition. Blowing accounts is part of the learning curve. Excedrin is a favorite at my house. Excedrin. Okay, I'll have a look at that. Okay, thank you, guys. Tomorrow is Friday, so I'll see you guys tomorrow again in London session, obviously again. And pre-market preppers, I'll see you at 8:50. And yeah, let's hope everything is sleep a lot. Yeah, I slept well tonight. I slept well. I went to bed very early after today. So, okay, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow or later today. Ciao, ciao, and you take care, Strong Penguin. But just say hi whenever you feel like. Okay. Bye bye.